So the Christmas just gone, we gave Oliver, my son, a Xbox One for Christmas, and he was kind enough to give me his old Xbox 360, which is amazing. He said, well, I'm not going to be playing anymore. I'm not going to set it up along with the Xbox One. You might as well have it. And I was like, whoa, brilliant. Because I haven't had a console since PlayStation 2. And in fact, I don't know, the last PlayStation 2 games I can remember playing were things like one of the original Grand Theft Autos, the Gran Turismo. I used to like the Resident Evil games and the Medal of Honor games. And I was like, wow. But I've actually been playing quite a lot of Call of Duty. And specifically Call of Duty Black Ops. I've played Advanced Warfare, Modern Warfare, a few of those others. But I wanted to share a video about it because it blew me away. It really has. It's absolutely amazing. And if you're a person probably of a certain age and watch certain films, you'll want to have a go at this. So Call of Duty Black Ops, what is it? Well, it's a first-person shooter, and it came out quite a few years ago, and you can get it incredibly cheaply now. I think there's a Black Ops 2 out as well. In fact, I know there is because I've got it ready to play, because Oliver, had this big box of games as well. And you play this character who's I think he works for the American CIA, and it's kind of it plays out in this unusual form whereby everything's kind of done in flashback. So you're being interrogated, and it's taking you back to these different places where you were fighting and doing stuff. And there's a few other characters you get to play as well. And it's taken from like the 1960s, and there's also a little bit after the Second World War. And basically, you're slowly unraveling the mystery of this code that's being transmitted by the Russians. And the gameplay, you'll know if you know your modern consoles, it's slick and fast and the graphics are great. And the story's quite unusual, and it's got some great twists in it as well. But it's really a cut above the rest, and that's why I had to do this video, because this is one of the few video games that really made the hair stand up on the back of my neck in a couple of points. I'm not talking about a scary feeling. If you played... I remember playing Resident Evil 2 on the N64 years and years ago, that would make you jump. But this is more of a... It's like the sensation you get when you hear that really great song that you really love come on the radio or on your MP3 player, or there's a scene in a film. That's probably a little bit more like it, actually, when there's a scene in a film and you go, oh my god, this is amazing. And the first time it happened was when Mason, who's the character, he goes to Vietnam, and you're in the US base at Khe Sanh. And in fact, this level is what you'll be seeing in the corner of the screen now. And it all starts off, you land, and you're thinking, oh, this is good. And then the NVA, the North Vietnamese army, and the Viet Cong attack. And as you make your way out to the front bunkers to kind of help with what's going on, it feels like you're in a scene from Platoon. You look out over the sandbags, and there's hundreds of these enemy soldiers rushing towards you. Bullets are whizzing past your ears, explosions are going off. There's a helicopters flying around, and if you're a fan of Vietnam War films, or maybe the history of Vietnam, you'll be like, wow. And I was just like, it started and I was like, oh, and there's a bit where you get an M60 machine gun, you feel a bit like Rambo actually running around shooting people. But it really is absolutely amazing. But the second time was even better. Again, it's a level where you're in Vietnam on COD Black Ops, and this level basically copies Apocalypse Now. And what it is, imagine the scene: you're in a river gunboat like from Apocalypse Now, but you're controlling it and you can shoot. And as you kind of move off down the river, the Rolling Stones song, Sympathy for the Devil, starts to kick in. And as that kicks in, the Huey helicopters kind of fly over the top of you as well, just like, from the riverboat scene in Apocalypse Now. And they start firing off into the distance, guns blazing, explosions going off, and you're like, wow, that's it, I'm here, I'm in Apocalypse Now, and I'm enjoying it. So, I guess what I'm saying is, if, like me, you haven't played a console game for quite a few years, or maybe, you haven't, and you're wondering what all the fuss is about, and perhaps if you're into Vietnam War films, grab a copy of COD Black Ops. Put it in easy mode, that's really important. You don't want to make it too difficult if you're not used to it. Get some tips off your kids or your grandkids on how to play it, and spend a few hours working your way through the campaign or the story mode. And if you're anything like me, when you get to that river section and those Hueys are flying overhead and Simply for the Devil kicks in, you know, you'll have the hairs on the back of your neck standing up too. Anyway, that's enough from me. You'll see some shots from the game now and around. Normally I do lots of photography videos, but I thought I'd slip this one in because I thought the game was just so good. Thanks, and if you like the videos, please subscribe, like and share them, and I'll see you again soon.